Hello everyone, this is Arif Mohammad Khan from Java Technology Center. You can just type Java Technology Center. I am going to discuss some design patterns and hope that it will be useful and beneficial to all. So yeah, in this video I am just going to explore my knowledge for Singleton design pattern. Singleton design pattern, as the name is suggesting, that it is Singleton design pattern is basically, as the name is suggesting, that is one instance that serve for whole of the class, that is singleton. One instance will serve to all the all the client request. It is basically the simplest design pattern in Java. And it comes under creational design pattern, because it is also used to create the object. So I am just going to explore how we can create singleton design pattern. There are three conditions which require to create the singleton design pattern. Number first condition is it contain private constructor to restrict initiation of the class from other classes. First point, it contain the private constructor to restrict initiation of class from other classes. Got it? Number second, it contain private static variable of the same class, that is the only instance of that class. So that means one is the private constructor which restrict the initiation of this class from other classes. Second, the private static variable of the same class, that is the only instance for that class. And number third, it contain public static method that returns the instance of the class. Public static method that returns the instance of that class, and this is the global accessible point from outside world to get the instance of that singleton class. So overall what it contain three classes. It contain three classes. Number first, private constructor to restrict the initiation of the class from other classes. Number second, it contain private static variable of the same class, that is the only instance of the class of this class. Number third, it contain a public static method that returns the instance of that class, and this is the only global access point for outside world. So it is clear to all. Number first, it contains the private constructor to restrict the initiation of this class from other classes. Number second, it contains private static variable of the same class, that is the only instance of this class. Private static variable. Clear? Private static variable. This is only the instance of that class. Number third, it contain public static method that returns the instance of that class. This is the global accessible point from outside world. So I am going to explore how on my website I implemented the singleton pattern. So I create a single object. This is my class, public class, single object class. I create an object of single object class. How I create? I declared here as a static variable, private static single object. Just check, single object, private static single object. I gave the instance is the variable name and new single object. So that means it is the object of the same class. Then third one, what I did, I just create the private constructor to restrict it from outside. And number third, public static single object, it return single object and get instance method. Got it? And it return the instance. Got it? This instance. I just written a simple method public void show message. Clear? So three conditions that required to create a singleton design pattern I have totally declared in this my class. Now come to the point, how we can utilize. I create a singleton pattern demo. I create a simple main class. I just call single object object single object dot get instance. This is not the object that we created just like new. It is the name of the class. Are you getting? So it is the name of the class. I just call the get instance method of my single object class and it is returning the instance and this is the instance. So how it flow? I just call object dot show message. So what it will return? It will go to the single object. What is get instance? It will compiler will search to that. It will go there. It will search what is get instance. Yeah, get instance is a method and it is the static type. And what it return? It returns an instance that is a variable. So it will check where is the instance. So it will find private static and single object class instance which contain object of that class. So this is how we can utilize the singleton design pattern. What is the use? Why we require the singleton design pattern? The most common use, whenever you required only one instance that serve to whole of the application, just like database connection pooling, database connectivity class. So we required a singleton class database connectivity. There is no requirement to create many objects for that class. So such type of the situation in which you are 100% sure that there is no requirement to create many objects of that class. So it should require to create that class as the singleton class. Thank you for watching my video.